16th of September 2023 and I look a complete mess. Anyway, slightly different video today. It's welcome to Sue's DIY section because we're going to do DIY today. We're not out in the garden, we're indoors. So we're going to be finishing the bar area. So today yesterday I stripped off a lot more of the paint off the bar and I just want to show you where I'm at with it. And I will have this done by later on today. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like right now and what it's going to look like once it's done. Okay. Moment. So we've taken off all the paint, so we're going back to the wood again. And we took off all the optics, but now we're putting them all back up again. And we've cut these holes through here so you can see into the next bar. And we've got some trim to go on top of this, which Simon will do once we finish doing this. And then it won't be long for that to be done. And then I will stain it with the wood stain. And we've got our friend coming this week to finish doing this roof. And we've also got an electrician coming to sort out this. Because back in the day, whenever they put all these plugs in here, you know, this says sink. So we know that this is not right. So we're going to get all these plugs hopefully rerouted to safer areas and blocked off so that those plugs will no longer be used. But today my mission is to carry on taking off the paint off the back bar. Haven't been in here since March because that's when I had my stroke. And literally haven't done any of the work to this since then. I need to put that light on there. Which one is it? Right, so I'll put that light on so we can see. So back in March the 13th was the last day I was in here, and I had painted all of the dark grey out here, and I'd got to this bit here. And then that evening, when we came back for getting our fish and chips, I had a stroke. So I haven't actually been out here doing much since then. Yesterday I did start on doing this, but that hasn't mean I haven't been doing anything because I have done, and let me show you what I've done inside here. Right, so in here, well, Simon's brought in loads of stuff from the back room, so we're sorting through all the painting gear. We got tons of it, didn't realise we had so much. Anyway, we're going to be putting some of these poles, and what we're doing is making short poles to go up here, like dress poles here and here. And then we've got some curtains here, and we're going to put them back up as dress curtains just to soften it in here, because we're actually going to get carpet put in here in this whole area. It's going to be carpeted to make it a lot softer, nicer, cosier place to be. So that's the plan for this room, but I have actually been staining all this wood, all the doors. I'm just doing a video, and yes, I've been doing a lot of work in here and stained all this wood. Yeah, I've done all this bar, done that door there, both sides. I've still got a bit more staining to do over in that corner and here. There's some staining to do there, but apart from that, all the staining's done. Anyway, I'll just show you this door that I did. Yes, I've done this, both sides of this door. So I just touched the door up so it looks nice and smart. And then next year we will get round to doing that. That needs to be done. There's a lot to do, but getting there. And the carpet we've chosen is going to be this one. Is the one we decided upon. Because it looks more warmer, goes with this sort of colour here. Anyway, so we're going to get carpet in here. It feels really nice underfoot. So this side of the building, this side of the place, all the way to the partitioning walls is going to be carpet. And then in the other side, in here, will be just the tiles. We'll keep the tiles here because this is the food area. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. So I'll show you the progression of this as I do it. Okay, as you can see, this is where I've taken off all the paint. There's only one thing left to do now, and that's to clean it. So what I do now, once I've taken all the paint off, is I give it a really good clean, which I've done around this side. I'll just show you. So around this side we've cleaned all this. And the next stage, which we won't be doing yet until this is done, this ceiling here needs plastering, is that I will sand it. These little holes here are where we used to have the optics, and this is where we're putting back the optics, so they're fine there. So I'll sand it and then I will stain it, and it will look lovely once that's done. So that's what it looks like right now. I just want to show you the progress, and that will be in a future video. I won't be putting that on this video, the actual, that will be in a separate video with the sanding and the staining. But today's video will be this. So you saw it before where it still had paint on, and now I've taken all the paint off. This is with still paint stripper on, but I've actually scraped all the paint off, and now I just need to wash off all of the stain, the paint stripper. Anyway, Simon's been painting again this bit, which I'd already done. Where he's put another coat on. I swear it looks worse than it did before. I think it's better to do it with a roller myself. This paint is very, very thin. It's contract paint, so it's not very thick. So you have to be quite generous with it when you put it on. Oh, he's done that bit there, sort of. So I'll probably end up doing that because it gets bored. Yeah, and we have to pull the dishwasher out, but it's wired in, so you can't actually pull it out of the wall, if you know what I mean, because it's got this special switch here, because it's a what do you call it, dishwasher, glass washer. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. So that's where we're at right now. We still got to paint the ceiling. I did paint this bit of the ceiling before, so the ceiling needs painting. The woodwork needs doing, so I'm going to just do my brown effect on that so it looks like wood again. So this is all done here. That is actually a proper camera there. It's actually a proper camera. Oh, didn't know that. That's the doorbell there. Didn't notice that there before. But when you paint, you can see things you didn't see before. There's a paintbrush on the floor. I need to pick it up. And over here, we're going to have to decide what we're doing because it's a bit of a mess. Round here, we don't need to paint this white because it's just magnolia. I'll probably do that bit because there's a lot of cutting in to do there, and we don't want to get paint on anything. So I'll probably end up doing this bit here around the bar. But this is what it looks like right now. But give it a few days. Once this is done, then when we've done the electrics here, then we got to decide where to put the what we're doing now. We've got our electrician coming on Wednesday, so we're going to get him to sort that out, and then we'll decide what we're doing. But I just wanted to show you the after. I took the glass shelves out for the minute that were in here. They're in here in this bit, and we need to get we're going to take out the wire in here because there's some little bit of wiring, because there used to be some lights under here, and we're going to use LED lights. Simon's already ordered some that just plug in, nothing fancy. That's what we're having there because it'd be a lot safer. Anyway, so there you go. So thank you for watching. Please give me a like and a thumbs up. I won't show you my face because I look very scruffy. You don't need to see me all the time. And I'll see you again in the next video of the progression of the DIY section, with the progression of the bar area. So anyway, bye for now. Bye. Oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering how I clean the wood, I use a scourer and some soapy water, and I wash it and scrub it, and all of the paint strip comes off, because otherwise it's covered in a slime, like a slime. So it's not very nice. You just have to scrub it and wash it, and it comes off. That's what I do, and then it's ready for sanding. So the next preparation is sanding and then restaining it. And Simon has got trim for these bits, and he's got to make sure they're straight. This one here, he's just got to do a bit of work on that one, because it's not quite straight. And then he's going to put the wood lining stuff round, so it's nice and neat. Okay, so I've been doing this wood. So I've taken all the paint off, stripped it all off and scrubbed it all, washed it all, so now it's clean. So now what I'm doing is just sanding it lightly for any bits, so it's a bit rough, so I just sand it to make it smooth again. And then and this side I've just done it, so I've sanded all this side, so this side's ready to go. But I'm not doing it yet, because what needs to happen now is Simon needs to finish doing these bits here, like levelling it off a bit, because it's a bit crooked here. As you can see, it's a bit crooked. He needs to level that off, and then as he said, he had some trim to go around it, so I don't know where this trim is. I haven't seen any, but anyway, apparently he's got some trim. And then I'm going to stain it, but that doesn't need to happen today, because that won't take me long once I start. But what I still need to do is go around the edges here and put another coat of white on, put some white on the ceiling, because it's done now. So the ceiling was done this week, so that's been plastered over, skimmed over, and it's ready to go. So we can put the paint on the ceiling now. And I just want to like finish putting some paint here. We also had the electrician in this week, last week, Sunday today. So he's done this wiring, move these plugs up to here. He said that this is safe by law. So we just need to buy some box covers here to go on these. So that's what we're going to do. So they're not usable anymore, those three. But he said for your music system to still have those up there. And then this wire in here is for this amp here. I know it looks precarious at the moment, but it's fine. It's all right. It's safe. Anyway, so around here, well, yeah, we still need to get some new lights in here, but we're not doing that yet. We'll get one of the round lights, the safety lights for in here. And we'll probably get a new light over there once we decide what sort of lightage we want. But I did say to Simon, you've got to be careful now, because from either side of this bar, if you stand around the side of the bar here, you can, I said, you've got to be careful with the lights, because if you stand here and you're getting a drink, you can see that bare bulb thing there. So you don't really want them on when you're serving drinks, because it wouldn't be very cosy at all. And the same happens on the other side of the bar. Looking over this way, you can see the light above this bit. So from when this was blocked off, obviously you couldn't see these lights, but now you can see these bare horrible fluorescent bulbs, which doesn't look very nice at all. So I think we should get some kind of different lighting system in here, but I don't think that this is what we should have. Okay, so here again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth DIY section today, and I just want to show you what I've done in the back bar. I have done all the wood, stained it all now, and it's all done, ready. So I just want to show you it, what it looks like right now. So here we go. I have stained all the wood. Comes out much lighter on this, on the phone than it is in real life. It's a lot darker in real life than it looks like on the phone. It comes out lighter. It's really, really dark. So it's really dark, and it matches the rest of the wood. And around the other side I did it too. Wet fine. There, I haven't got the lights on, so it looks a lot darker. That is actually how dark it is. It gives you more of a realistic look as to what it looks like. so it's very dark. So that's all done now, and Simon done all the trim round here yesterday. He put all the bits on, all the trim round here and up here. Top bit as well. Anyway, it's all done. So that's a massive job that's done. I started painting over here yesterday evening. Yesterday afternoon I was doing under here, so I've given this a coat of white. Haven't quite finished because I ran out of the white and then I didn't want to do anymore. So I will be coming back in here, but I want to show you my bed that I've been doing in number 5. I'm going to go and do that now. I might need to order some more Farrow and Ball paint that I've been using. So I want to show you that, what I've been doing upstairs. So I'm not doing this anymore today because I've done the whole of this today. And I've given it 2 coats of stain, and I've also gone over this wood a couple of times, plus again with a brush. I went over this. So I put it on with a brush, then I put it on with a sponge, then I put it on with a brush again, because if you put it on with a sponge it will spread better. So but it's good to put it on with a brush first, then use a sponge, then a brush again if you have to touch bits up. That's what I always find. And I went round it several times to make sure there was no drips. I actually see that I missed a bit there. Oh, you can see that. Oh, damn it, I missed that bit. Oh, wow, you can really see that. I really didn't see that. I've only just noticed that, so it's just as well the light's shining in here. I will have to go back in and do that. And I'll better check this side, because you can't really see it on this side. I just better make sure. Yeah, that bit up there, see that bit there? Probably might need to just dab that. I'll just quickly do that bit. But I'm not doing that today. I've finished with the stain. I'll come back and just do that in the morning. But today, now, I want to go upstairs and show you what we're doing upstairs. I've just been doing some paperwork, so now I need a treat, because I always think that paperwork is really boring. Absolutely hate it, but it has to be done. So now I've finished paperwork. Now we're going to get on with some more nice, good stuff. Okay, I'm up in room 5 now, which is we've moved the 4-poster bed to, and I want to show you the fancy work I've done on it. I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to put some gold on it now, and I still need to do the finials, the top bits. I haven't quite finished them, but I just want to show you what it looks like right now. And there's a couple of bits I just want to fill in around the edges where there's sort of like gaps. I just don't like the look of it. Anyway, I'm just going to show you. I done this last week when Simon went to Bentley, because he had to go in and get his computer sorted out. Why is that blob on there? Oh, I just noticed the blob on the bed. Anyway, it's really windy. Doors trying to blow. I've just opened the window because there's still a smell of paint in here. Bloody hell, I didn't realise it was that windy. Hold on, I might have to shut the window a bit here. Whoa. I'll just have it on the opener a little bit. Anyway, let me turn the camera around. I'll show you what I've been doing. This beautiful work on this bed. So I've been like giving it a texture, modelling it, making it look lovely. I'm just going to put some gold on it here and there to make it look more attractive and blend it in with our beautiful chairs here. I'm also going to be doing this dressing table, and what I said to Simon was we should just take the mirror off so that it's actually, could we just take these side mirrors off? Well, actually, if we could just take these side mirrors off, it might be better, but it's not been put very well together, I don't think, because these bits of wood are new at the back here, and they go over the wood. I know. Might get Simon to adjust this so that we could just have the middle mirror and not these 2 flaps, because they're stupid. Look, they just don't stay open, so they're really annoying. Anyway, so I'm going to do this, and then I need to get some handles. So I was going to use some glass knobs, because we do have glass knobs on some other bits of our furniture, and I'm also going to do these. So see this furniture here, so I want to sort of have it similar to that but not like that, obviously, because that's, well, you know, completely different. But as you can see, I've done this sort of modelly effect on the bed, and the materials that I've used for that are this paint here. So what I did was, let's get another sponge, this one's ruined. I had this clotted cream called Shabby Chic chalk based furniture paint. So what I did was I just dabbed it with this sponge all over. It was white, it was completely white like them cabinets, so I dabbled it with that. And then what I did was I dabbled it with this Farrow and Ball paint that I had as a tester. They're still expensive though. This colour here, so I need to order some more of this one. So this is Farrow and Ball, and then I've just blotted over that with my brush. Which brush did I've got all these brushes for these jobs, so these are for doing up like paint effects, so I've got loads of different kinds of brushes, but I did use just this one. I just used this one, and I'm going to be putting the gold with this little weeny one, and then we're just going to dab it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the gold on the flowers, a bit of the leaves, but not too much, not filling them in. And the gold that I've got is this one from Shabby Chic, which is furniture paint, chalk based, called Antique Gold. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. So I just wanted you to see it. I'm not really bothered by these bits, because once you get the bits of wood on, as you can see, this bed originally was this dark brown, which probably would have looked quite nice in here, but the bed was just painted white, so I don't really like that. It's just really boring, so I've changed it. But I can see I need to do a little bit of filling here and there, because I can see that there's some bits that I don't like, which are just like making it look a bit crappy, like around the edges here, because the bed does all come apart. But at the moment I just want to fill it so you can't see or where, like these bits, I don't like it, so I'm going to fill that. And round here, look, you can see there, and here I don't like this one here, so I'm going to fill those with some wood filler. I'm quite fussy when it comes to things like this. I just want it to look really nice. This bed didn't take me long, really didn't take me that long, and it's sort of rough looking, sort of rustic, but I think it looks really nice. It looks really nice. It can look amazing once it's done. So here are the finials I was started on the other day, and then it got quite late and then I had to stop. So these are to go on the top, so the same process is for them, but at the moment what I want to do is just try out the gold. So that's what we're going to do, and we get some new knobs and a new one of these, or if I can take that one off, get the paint off it, that would be good. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So this is my mission for now. This is really what I call a really nice job, because this is very artistic, right up my street, and just makes me feel good to make something look completely different. There's still some of the white, the cream. It's just really easy to do, I find. Anyway, I'll get on and I'll show you once I've done a little bit of it. So we'll start here on this one and we'll work our way round. Okay, bye. So I've coated it, I've filled in a lot of the gaps. There was gaps that I didn't like, so I filled in a lot of the gaps, and I've gone over it with a clotted cream. There's still a gap there I don't really like. And I've gone over it with the gold. I don't know if you can see that. I've done it very subtly. So you can see that? I've gone over some of it with the gold, and this bit here. So it's got the clotted cream, then it's got the Farrow ball greeny colour dappled on, and then I've dappled on the gold now, so it looks sort of French theme, which is like the furniture that we have. So a lot of furniture that we have is on a French theme. So this is what we're doing to this room to make it look the same. And this is chalk paint, all of this. Even this gold is chalk based paint. So all of it is chalk based paint. Anyway, I think it looks really, really, really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give the coat of this, which is covered in gloss paint. I'm just going to go over this with a coat of the chalk paint. I know you should probably treat it all first. Probably best to take off all the paint, but I haven't got time for that. So, and the top of these, I will varnish them with some matte varnish. I might just varnish the tops. I just noticed it feels quite rough. So I'm going to varnish the tops so that when you put your cup there, you're not going to get like tea stains on it, because this is quite sort of, you know, it's matte, it's flat, feels chalky actually, but it's best for the furniture basically. And then tomorrow what I'm going to do is, where I've done the corners and stuff where I've filled it, I'm just going to dapple on some of the green again in the corner bits, like there. I filled in a bit along the edge there. Yeah, I'm not too worried about these bits here, because obviously the wood's coming on, the mattress comes up higher than this actually, so you won't see any of the inside of the thing, so I'm not really bothered. I did do the end of the bed there because I feel like that's important to make it look nice. But I've done it all, so that's it. That's the way it looks. I've even put some on the feet. I've just tried to make it look sort of antique. So that's what we've done. So that's that. So my next mission is just sand this down a little bit now. There's no light in this room, so I can't stay in here after dark. And just get a coat of the clotted cream on the top here. I don't know if I've got enough in my tin for the whole thing. I doubt it. But that's my clotted cream. I've got some more downstairs. But I'll just use up what I've got for today, and then I'll come back up tomorrow and do another coat. And we're going to change the knobs. Okay, as I said, I'm going to buy some glass ones. Okay, so let's crack on and do this little bit. Gone over this side table here with the clotted cream, taken off the knob, and I'll tell you something. I've done the bottom shelf there, just painting the bottom shelf, because I think that when cupboards aren't painted inside they look a bit odd, but I'm not painting the top shelf, I'm just doing the bottom, and I painted the inside of the door. The legs weren't even painted at the back. I just noticed on the side here, these legs weren't even painted, and I painted the back because it was quite dark wood originally. So I just thought if anybody moves them, it looked nice if the backs were painted. So I've just done it roughly, that'll do. So I've taken these knobs off, so I'm going to probably see if I can find somewhere else to put these. If not, oh, is that marked? I'll just trod on that. Anyway, so that's that. So we're going to get some nice little glass knobs to go on them. And we're going to do the same thing as what we've done with the bed. So tomorrow we're going to go over it with the green, make it look the same as the bed, and then we will, sorry if you can hear my video in the background, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and then we're going to go over the green bit, and then we'll just do some highlighting with the gold. So it all matches, all blends in, and then we'll do the other bedside table, which is over there. So we'll get that, put a coat of the clotted cream paint tomorrow, and we'll also do the dressing table tomorrow. Let them rest while I'm carrying on doing this one, and that's what we'll do. So me and Simon were just having a discussion about this wall, because obviously the TV's got to go on here, so we're going to have to put a smaller mirror that's lower down, and then put the TV above it, maybe further over this way or something anyway, so it just makes, because I think that this is the only place a dressing table can go, and if I was doing my hair here, I would want to sit there, because you've got the light. Before we had a sort of hall table there, but it was a bit high, so yeah, and I like this. I want to keep this furniture in here, so I want to keep this in here. So I want to take off the mirror and find a smaller mirror, which I'm sure I've got hanging around somewhere, and put a smaller mirror on there so that you can just sit there when you're doing your hair, because there's a plug socket there as well, I think. So it makes sense to have it there. I think there's a plug socket there. I'm sure there is. Anyway, whatever, that's where it's going. We don't want to take too much furniture out, as I said to Simon, because otherwise it would be really echoey in here, and it's quite echoey at the moment because the bed's not in here. We're actually going to put some curtains back in here, just for dress curtains, just to make it feel a bit warmer. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that, and I'm really, really happy with my bed today. I'm thinking it's exactly how I imagined that I wanted it to look in my head. So I've done it exactly the way it is in my head. So I'm really, really, really happy with that. So the bed is now done. I've just got to put a bit more green modelling on where I've just done these corners. I've filled them and I've put some clotted cream paint on. I'm just going to mottle that when I do this, this tomorrow. So... And this chalk paint is quite textured. It's got sort of texture in it, but it's really thick and it goes on so well. So it's so much less wasteful. It's really expensive, mind, but a little goes a long way. And I've actually bought a bigger tin this time. So I've actually got this size tin this time, which I think is 750 mils. And if you go bigger, it gets really expensive. So the next size up is 2.5 litres, which is too much. I don't need that much of it, and it's a lot of money just for that paint, because I need the Farrow and Ball paint as well, which isn't chalk paint, by the way. Where is it? Where's the Farrow and Ball? Yeah, I did buy, yeah, which is this one. What colour is this? It's a moss green or something. What colour is it? Green. Ball green. No, it's ball green. This is an estate emulsion, but as you can see, it's matte. And I think this is a really nice quality paint as well. And I bought these in B&Q, but we're not going to B&Q, so I'm had to buy these online. And I'm going to take it downstairs with me, so I remember to get the right colour. I did have another one here, but I think this is a slightly different colour. This is lichen, which I'll probably do for another room. I'd probably use that for another room, if I'm doing some more paint stuff like I've done in here. But I need another tin of this. There's quite a lot of the furniture that I'm doing in here. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to use this for. In the room next door, in number 3, because I need to do the top of the cabinets, because they've got, it's sort of worn off. So I thought what I'll do is I'll just go over it with the clotted cream, do a sort of stripy effect, and then go over it with the green. What I'm doing here, basically, I might just model it, and instead of it, just change the tops. I have to do both sides because otherwise it'll look odd. But I will have to do that because yeah, so I will have to do that. The tops in number 3, they need redoing because one of them's quite damaged on the top. The paint's become quite damaged, so I'm going to go back in now, put on the clotted cream, and do a mottly effect on there with that lichen green. Yeah, so we don't waste that, because these are like $4.50. I think they've gone up now. These tiny little pots of tester pots of Farrow and Ball paint, but but it is good and it washes out. I'm not using any kind of nasty, stinky chemical paint. So, but there is a smell in the area of paint. A lot of these paints do actually smell, but not horrible. And even this chalk-based paint, which is this gold one, is a furnishing paint, chalk-based furniture paint. So it is a chalk-based paint, and that is by the Shabby Chic that you can get on Amazon, which is where I bought it. So, and this is like the small tin of Shabby Chic. That's the smallest tin, and then, no, this is the smallest tin, because I've got this little tester pot of Shabby Chic, which is rhubarb and custard. In fact, I could use this one next door on the, in number 3, this rhubarb and custard one, because it's slightly darker colour, so it might go better. So we'll use that one up, and we'll use this one for in here for now, and then whatever other furniture that I need to make look old, I will, because I love doing it. This is what I used to do years ago. I asked my children, Mum, going around all the furniture and painting it all. They remember that. I used to do a lot. So I used to practice all these different techniques, and they're now coming into their own, because I'm now applying it into this place on the furniture, which is brilliant. So that's what I'm going to do. So tomorrow I'll carry on with this lovely bedside table here. I love this colour. It really goes well with this sort of greeny yellowy paint on the walls. It makes it warmer than the white. The white is really stark and doesn't really go. But if you've got this sort of greeny yellowy colour, it looks amazing. And I need to paint that door there with the greeny yellowy eggshell paint that we bought for the doors. So I need to, and Simon needs to put the door back. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. It's got so much in my head. Anyway, I'm going to go downstairs now. I'm going to go and peruse the food and see what food I'm going to buy for my guests that are coming. Anyway, I'm going to go and do that now. So thank you for watching. Please give me a like and a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to know how to do this sort of technique, ask me, okay? It's really simple. I don't make it complicated at all. Everything I do has to be simple. I hate things that take forever, and I like to see results quite quickly. So I don't like messing around, poncing about. So I just get on with it, and then it usually turns out all right. If it doesn't, too bad. I'll redo it and do it again. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.